How are we doing today, guys? Thank you once again for joining me on Viper9 Toy Videos. Today, I have a box. But inside this box, as you can see, the box didn't fare very well from China. This box here is a AliExpress order of the custom clones that you can find on AliExpress. So as you can see, I got Stack Razor, Sinker Boost, Hardcase Boil, Medic, and the Rex. Now, I tried sticking with just some of the named clones that they had on there, mainly because I feel like I want all of the clones. Like, they have a lot of ARF troopers, they have a lot of the specialists, and so on and so forth. But it was, for me, right now, it seemed like a lot of money to dump on some clone troopers without experiencing any of them. So I at least got the named characters that they had, and we're going to go ahead and open them up and kind of do a little bit of a comparison here between your good old AliExpress custom figures, knockoffs, whatever you want to call them, third party, and see how they pair up with some of the Hasbro ones. Now, granted, these are all characters that Hasbro hasn't done, minus Rex. They have done a couple Rexes, but this one is not like a Rex that they have done before. And we'll go ahead and show you what we're talking about there. So there are the figures. So they look, first impressions, they look really good. Like, the paint on them looks amazing. There you see just some of the other characters that I've gotten. And let's go ahead and start with this one here. Let's start with Hardcase and Rex. Now, the reason I went with this Rex is because it's the Phase 1 armor Rex. I like Phase 2 armor, don't get me wrong. All these other clones are Phase 2. But I really, really dig the Phase 1 armor look. Just because that's how we were introduced to all of the clones. So this Phase 1 armor Rex is awesome. Like, I really dig that helmet. Ooh, that Wayfinder is really loose. His pauldron's a little squished. Let's go ahead and take... So that is one thing that I was aware of. None of them will have unique heads. They're all a generic Clone Trooper unpainted head. So as you can see there, you pop Rex's head off and boom, generic unpainted. Oh, he does come with... Okay, so he does have his little... Whoops. I wasn't sure if he would come with those, but he does have his little blasters in his holsters. Let's take a look at his articulation here. So it's the double ball joint neck. He does have... Okay. So the... Oh, that's really tight. He does have the ball jointed hips. So these figures are based off of the newest Bucks. The newest builds from Hasbro. So they are the exact same as the Phase 1 clone that I've done a video on, and the same as the Waxer set that I did a video on. So they are the newest, and you can definitely tell, you know, a lot of people say you could tell in the feel of the plastic that these aren't legit Hasbro. These do feel relatively fragile. I am probably going to want to heat them up before I get too crazy with like some of the hip articulation. But they have, you know, double ball joint, shoulders are pretty good, elbows, rocker wrists, looks like... Woo! This one, his right wrist is the horizontal. Usually those are always the vertical. So it's the left is the vertical and that's the horizontal. None of his tally marks, and one thing, none of the weld marks, because he didn't mark, or like, this isn't the joint armor from the Phase 2. So if you look at the Phase 2 armor, you can see these golden lines on it where he's actually welded together his Phase 1 armor with his Phase 2 armor. That way he can have best of both worlds. But I'm really digging the looks of that Phase 1 armor Rex. And then he, of course, comes with a rifle and a pistol. And then you have Hardcase here. Hardcase has, really unique markings when it comes to the 501st. And if you remember Hardcase, he's, I can't remember the name of the battle, but it's where Pong Creel starts sacrificing clones. And Hardcase is the one that sacrifices himself on the alien ship, the bad guy ship, so that way the others can get away free. Just to get back and for Pong Creel to want to execute them for disobeying direct orders. As bad as Pong Creel was, I really want a figure of him. But I'm really digging the markings on this guy. And that's why I bought a lot of these figures, was because they're unique named and the markings. Let's go ahead and take a look here real quick at this one. So right here we have Boyle. Now, the reason why I picked up Boyle, besides the fact of him being a named character, but in the 212, he was best friends with Waxer, which was the figure that I did on Saturday, just last week, of the 212 4-pack. So now you have the complete set of Waxer and Boyle from that episode where they find the little girl and they rescue her and get her back to her family. I'm going to have to figure out something for these heads, whether someone's selling some heads. One thing that I am super happy with is they're the little bit larger helmets. So as you can tell, with this Waxer here, or Boyle, like, it's covering his chin really well. You're not seeing that. But to have Waxer and Boyle as the complete set that's all worth it right there. Go ahead and set them back there. Then we have right here a 212 Medic. Now he's not too detailed marked up, but he does have the Medic logo on it. I wish he would have come with a backpack. That way you could have, the little backpack with the Medic and med supplies and everything. But just to have a Medic in general is pretty awesome. Once again, the white head underneath. But, sitting them side by side, I don't think you could really tell, like, just looking at them. Well, maybe the AliExpress one's a little bit shinier. But overall, I think they look great. They feel okay. They look great. The articulation is a little loose. I mean, you can tell that it's not Hasbro's factory. But, yeah, I'm digging them. Then you have the ARF Trooper here with the 2 markings. That should be Stack, I think it is. So you see you have the 2 lines up here for the ARF Trooper. And what I'm talking about is, let me grab, Razor here real quick. So we'll go ahead and dump those guys out. So you have Razor. So see, you have the 4 markings up there, the 2 markings up there. So these guys were part of Lightning Squadron. They were in the Ryloth as well. These guys, if you remember from the Clone Wars, they snuck in behind enemy lines with Mace Windu to help Syndulla get his, I think, forces into action or sneak into the capital or something like that. But one of these guys, I think it was Stack, I can't remember, almost got bit by the Blurg. They had the Blurgs in the cages, and he went to go pet one, and it at him, and he freaked out and fell down. So I was not expecting the removable helmets on them. I don't know why. All others had removable helmets. Other than the helmets, though, the bodies are pretty generic on this Stack and Razor. But once again, unique named characters. I am super excited to have them. And then they do have the updated articulation, so they have the ball joint hips, the thigh swivels, the knees rockers, the shoulders. Yeah, they're all updated Hasbro bodies. And that is super cool. Super digging them. Then I had to. Plo Koon's my Jedi. I love that. So I had to pick up some Wolf Pack Troopers. Right here you have, what was this? This was Sinker and Boost. So you had Boost is the one here with the markings under the eye. Then you had Sinker. And these are the Wolfpack, just Wolfpack troopers to go with Plo Koon. Sinker and Boost were the ones that were in with Plo Koon and Wolf when they got destroyed by the Maleficent. Wow. I can't. The secret weapon, Malevolence. No, that's wrong. I'm going to get torn apart for that. I just can't say that word right now. It must be early or something. But so, and then Anakin and Ahsoka come and rescue them in the twilight. But so once again, 2 unique named clones from a squad that Hasbro has not made. So I'm super excited to add some Wolfpack, some official Wolfpack onto that. They did have some basic Wolfpack troopers, phase 2 armor, and I'll probably end up picking up some of those, but those were out of stock when I placed this order. And if you go on AliExpress, it's one particular seller. I can't remember his name right off the top of my head, but he has a handful of just different styles of clones. He has 501st ARF troopers. He has 212th ARF troopers. He has the phase 1, phase 2, 501st troopers. He has more Wolfpack troopers. Just look at all those blasters. Just blah. But, and so he has, if you want troop builders, they're on there. They're relatively cheap. If you're a first time buyer, you get like their first figure for like $2, $3, something like that. I got Rex for like $3 and some odd cents, down from his $11 that these figures cost. So out the door, let's go ahead and get Waxer back out there. Out the door, shipping and everything, tax and everything from China, this was under $100, which, if you've been buying official product here lately, you know how much that has been running. I mean, you're $18 a figure now from Hasbro. These all were under $100. So I think I recommend them. I think if you're okay with just the generic white heads underneath, and they, like I said, they do feel like the build is pretty all right, but the feel of the plastic is a little bit off. But overall, I'm stoked. I think they're awesome. I'm going to buy more. I don't know if I'll do more videos on them. If you want to see some more videos on some of the others that they have, let me know. But right there, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and leave it with, hit that like, smash that follow if you haven't already. Do follow me on Facebook and Instagram. I have some ideas for pictures with these guys, just because they all have their own Jedi and everything. So go ahead and give me that follow, and thank you for watching.